My first thoughts, as they are every morning now, is we're in a very different place to where we were 12 months ago, Michael. When we kicked off this project 12 months ago, the biggest challenge I had, and more importantly the biggest challenge my associates had on the day-to-day, and more importantly our tower basis, was we never knew real time how we were performing relative to our target. Now I've got 2 value streams on my site where I and all of our associates on a real-time basis can see how we're performing, and that has really given our associates the opportunity to feel empowered to take appropriate action to address where we're off target.
So in other terms, you know, the quality of an environment is normally described as a function of people, process, data and technology. So let's focus for 1 second on the people, because without the people it's not going to work.
Absolutely.
So how has it been accepted? Because it's certainly a big change for people on the shop floor.
It's huge, but I would say we're blessed on our site. We have a highly engaged workforce. And this project initially came as a concept from our operations group because we felt there was a huge opportunity that we're missing out on in terms of taking advantage of making our associates feel more empowered on a day-to-day basis. So as part of this project, we pulled in 3 of our associates onto the formal project team who helped design what this end state was going to look like. So they effectively designed what they would be using going forward into the future. And those 3 associates, supported by our operations group, then became advocates or change agents in manufacturing.
Before the visual factory, we manually collected all of our information. This was very time consuming. The information was lagging, which leads to us making poor decisions. Also, because the information wasn't kept, we had no historical data to trend.
Production prior to Visual Factory was a very reactionary process. All of the data available to us was old, making it difficult to identify trends and areas that we could improve upon. With Visual Factory we can identify issues that will impact production KPIs in real time, such as scrap, attainment, customer service. It also gives the associates the ability to make decisions for themselves.
The introduction of the Visual Factory has been fantastic for us. We can now see for the first time how our shift processes in real time. It also allows the production team to make changes quickly. It drives its positive results and reduces negative impacts like scrap in the value stream.
As a tool, Visual Factory has been accepted really well on the production floor. From an engineering perspective, it now means that the engineers have freed up their time. Instead of going through lots of data to identify trends, Visual Factory now gives them those trends so that those engineers can now work on continuous improvement projects. From an associate's perspective, the tool has been accepted really well. It means that the guys have an aid to help them make the correct decisions on a daily basis.
It's been massively widely accepted, and that's driven through in the results that we've seen. When we put this proposal together, it was a business project supported by IT. We had to put in a cost justification, and we felt we could achieve a minimum of 5% productivity gain. After 4 months in our biggest value stream on our site, our Sigma Films value stream, we'd achieved a 7% productivity gain purely because of the delivery of this project. And the biggest benefit we've seen is our people now feel much more empowered to take action on an hour-to-hour basis themselves, because they can see we're off target or we're not focusing the right product mix. It's literally all there in front of them now on the screen, and it's allowing them to make those decisions, whereas before we had team leaders or managers trying to direct people. Now the people look at the data themselves up on the screen in front of them and they take the appropriate action. Excellent. The unintended consequence for the project, which for me has been probably the biggest benefit, and one we hadn't expected, was in our support areas. Our team leaders and managers and support staff are now doing work that they were never able to get to before because they had spent their time micromanaging on the floor. Because our associates are now informed and empowered to take action, it's freed up our team leaders to do much more important things and work on focusing on how they're leading their people more effectively. And our support staff, through the use of this Visual Factory tool, are able to data mine issues much more efficiently than we could have in the past. Certainly our support staff are saving hours on a weekly basis in terms of where before they were taking extracts from our MES system, downloading it into Excel and doing all that analysis. That's now being done automatically through this Visual Factory system for us. So how do you envisage deploying the solution globally?
The idea and the solution is to work on a basis of a playbook offered in the web. There are a lot of learnings from this project in terms of repeatability and in terms of reusability. And we know that very often projects are suffering because they start from scratch all over the place. And we understand there are key learnings we could put into a kind of a playbook or call it an operational procedure other plants can benefit from. And the second thing is, very important that we put it into a proof of concept process so people again can, use that, because again, the challenges in the plants are more or less the same in terms of what do we measure and how do we do a turnaround, like the one we did with the value stream, Six Sigma here, the Sigma value you just talked about earlier. So 2 messages: playbook on the web, and second, proof of concept based on the learnings and the capabilities we're building up in application services.
The future that I see for Visual Factory, it's a new way that we do our business. It means that we're ensuring that our customers are getting the right product on time, every time.
What is your key message on visualization in this plant, James?
One very key message, Michael: no more value streams will be introduced into our site without visualization.